Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the adventures in the TARDIS. With me, Percy, and the author, Pascal.
When he showed me this picture, I wondered if you'd add crackle to it, and he kind of did a little bit, and I really burst out laughing. Um, Also, I noticed something else that's interesting. The shadow underneath each of them, Derpy stands out because she has the gray one and everyone else has a black one.
Oh, that is actually a mistake right now, but fine. We can say it. If you
So
look at
here,
the old one, oh yeah, it, it's still, I don't know why it became like that, but I made it into the same color.
okay, wait. So if Bamboo appears, his new kitty mark disappears.
No, I just need to bring Bamboo up in front of them. He's hiding behind the picture, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, and he locks a shadow.
Yep, he does because he's not even in the picture.
He's just looking at a movie screen behind him.
Maybe he is looking at the movie screen. To me, maybe the other is as well. I can just draw a line in between them and... Oh no! Dorothy is a vampire pony. She doesn't have a mirror image. But yeah, hi, good morning everybody.
Good morning.
I am not all blue that one even did I. So, we have some secret super agent who can turn into anything they want. And they are trying to find out what the other agency is, who are trying to get their hooves, not hands, on some very serious inventions. They kind of got their hooves on them, but it is marked, literally.
Oh yeah.
So we will see where we are going with that. The cat path in the shadows. The hidden dive bar, which in the reality or profession depending on one's perspective is named Electricity Pursuit. We are going back to Equestria versus Phoenix Wright again with equity. It's a fairly well hidden establishment in Consalot. It is a kind of seedy and rundown atmosphere, but the music is good. It is far from the norm of the typical noble passage of the Consalot elite, but it is also true that it is far from the main stage. It is also true that by the rule see something in the outside is working. But I'm here. Doesn't work on the other. Electricity Pursuit is a hidden gem of this glorious city that one might discover by accident only after going far off into the meantime path. It is hidden from the eyes of the public, and only the extreme locals tend to know of it. Only the extreme ones. Are you extreme enough to find it?
Extreme.
So I'm gonna guess that Snowface knows about it. Or more biceps. He is very extreme. In other words, it is a good base for the agent of Smile, hiding in plain sight. Yet, hidden at the same time, it shall not appear as malice.
Belies.
In the which path is shadows. This is where I am waiting for my Hoofera. Hoofera? Hoofera is near most of this agency. Agent Silent Light.
If you place the word hoof with hand, what does it sound like?
Handler.
Mm-hmm.
But then it will be Hoofera. Without the E. I like to show up early to these meetings, but I'm most likely to be punctual. For me, my life is too chaotic to ensure I am on time. If I don't show up early, but my boss, I don't know how he does it, but he does it. Maybe he's a time lord or something. If he says he will show up at a specific time, then it's what keeps on happening. I don't mind waiting though. Give me some time to think, especially after I have a few days. Nobody bothers me here either. I have made too many examples of those who were foolish enough to test my patience. They are the only ones. Why did I hate? Oh, there's an area under it. I was like, where did I see area? The only ones who might attempt to raise my skull are those who are new to the area. Some here affectionately call them new bloods. Every time they show up, it is quickly determined that their coin pouches will stand to lose a few pounds, one way or another. They either spend it or they lose it. Anyway, I don't mind sending the foolish packing again, if I have to. Just give me another chance to unleash my inner monster. The little tower of mine needs psychological feeding every once in a while. It can get very hungry sometimes. And you don't like it when it's hungry. Just give me an excuse, you pathetic losers, I dare you! And then I know shows up. You dare, don't you? I mean, at this point they are on the same side. So she wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
If, however, everybody doesn't leave me alone, like they are today so far, it gives me a chance to reflect on my life. I could use that too. I have a lot of plans, after all. Get ambitions that I need to fulfill. And it's so easy to call your inner self a monster and then go on with it that, oh yeah, I can't do anything with it, I just have a monster in me.
Yeah.
We know it's not true.
My pet monster.
Then my dealings with Zakarian, it has become something more ever since I first saw him several years ago. Strangely enough, I keep finding his shop in various other places. I first encountered him in a gypsy caravan or circus fair. That circus has a dark motif to it, too, so he fit in there perfectly. I mean, I wouldn't see him more in a normal marketplace, probably. Especially in older times when even Nekura was deemed a witch by local police to begin with.
You keep that in mind as you read the next paragraph.
But then I encountered him again in another time, in a small village, and even here get out. It almost feels like he is stalking me. No, he is not stalking you. He found a business partner and he is providing opportunities for you to meet. What is even weirder too is his shop is always the same every time I enter it. The carry on the time lot. Doesn't matter if it's a tent, a traveling wagon, or weird, like it was the first time, or someone at a looking shop in the city. No matter what it looks like on the outside, it's always same on the inside, and sometimes even bigger, yeah? Sometimes it looks way bigger on the inside. It must be your imagination. As for the shopping tab, it has actually decor, especially for fashion. Especially in the middle, there is a thingy in the middle, which stands out. This thing might be from Pokemon in the land he came from. But around here, keep your mask, tuck your hands, iron quarters with glowing green liquid or some sort, and maybe fearless fireworks. Tend to be out of place almost anywhere in this land. But it is something most of all in the shop though, is wooden boxes with glass displayed on one side. They are hung on the wall. Yeah, they are called cabinets. Within those boxes are creepy looking doors. What makes them far worse is the haunting noise that comes from them too. Why do I think of Puppet Master?
Yeah,
Immediately.
that's a little detail added there to prove he's not a perfect clone of Zecora.
I mean, it's a male zebra to begin with.
That too, yeah. He's also zebra. He also has an alchemy shop, but some of the things he has there have a darker motif.
Maybe he actually is a voodoo master.
He's an evil enchantress. He does evil dances.
And put you in chances.
Mm-hmm.
And show up whatever you want. It is hard to hear. It's almost so soft that one has to ask if it might be their imagination. And I told you it's your imagination. But as sudden as that sound is, it also tends to be persistent. The main clue that it is there, in the sheer persistence, one has to ask themselves, did I really hear that? I'm gonna assume right now that the sound is not coming from the doors. The doors are hiding the heart of the TARDIS, which emits sheer sound to begin with. They emit very regularly, and they seem to be begging for something. It's hard to hear what they are saying exactly, and sometimes it even seems to be another language, but the tone of their voices cry out for mercy, of some kind. I'm begging you for mercy. We see now also told of bitterness, as if there is a promise of some kind of revenge. I mean, are we doing Sabrina? Not the Sabrina, the little witch, but Sabrina from Pokemon, who made their opponent who she had beaten into little dolls.
Maybe. I was about to say no because the teenage witch was the only one I'm kind of familiar with.
No, I am talking about this Sabrina.
That.
And this happened. We can miss the third in the third.
That's an image.
The shopkeeper himself look. Wait. Yeah, I didn't think
Yeah,
that.
that's where he left off.
Everywhere himself looks exotic and creepy, and the decor of his shop, for he wears a Polish skull-like mask over the upper half of his face, and the ribcage, a molded-like armor around his chest. Ah! The movie that I haven't watched.
You can bring up another Pokemon?
No,
Okay.
I don't even know his name. But I know how to find him. There you go. There's the carrion.
No, kind of, yeah.
I mean, this guy has a mask on the walls as well, and there's the school. But he wasn't even a Chantas. Me told that one can easily mistake him for a pony, were not for his symmetry of black and white stripes. It might have been my imagination, but sometimes I find a faint, flower-like glow deep in his eyes, while looking at me. That made me question if he might really be a demon. Maybe he is. Despite that though, he is sophisticated, if also on an exotic manner. The way he is so polite is an odd contrast to his creepy appearance. He actually looks like a classic necromancer, and considering how he does far more than a number in dark magic, he just might be the real thing. I mean, if he is just a necromancer, you are fine. Because necromancers don't deal with live people. Or live ponies. Because those don't bother me so much. Actually, asked him about it, and I got the feeling I wasn't the first to do so. When I did, he got up and down, with cunning and sinister look in his face, before he looked back and told me not to worry. These are my customers as well. They sold their soul to me. In the mountain they are shielded, safely secured the haunted energy within. Told me that the real souls are contained in these doors. Souls gathered from those who broke a blood contract with him. Probably because they didn't believe him. When he warned them that there would be consequences to breaking blood contract with him. So once again, there is no problem until you break contact.
From the sounds of it, yes, so far.
So he is not a necromancer but a warlock.
Well, yeah. Crackle even wondered if he might be a demon himself. So this story so far is just a severe contrast to the song.
Yeah, he is not the demon. He is just the gateway to the demon.
He's a happy-go-lucky warlock.
I mean, he's talking about, they're talking about this warlock in the pub. He's not there at the moment.
Right. As for the bar, that was described as a seedy bar. A dive bar.
There you go. He also warned me that it was a good thing that those voices contained the energy too, because otherwise the mere presence can often exclude the hostile influence. Even if the spirit of the North did not want to harm any on the earth, and most of them very much did on the pure side, especially him. The aura of despair around them alone is so intense that it can inflict a curse upon others subconsciously. The Korean also clarified that what they want above all else is freedom from their current imprisonment. So if you break one of them, you are most likely gonna be possessed. by the spirit within. I mean, that would be funny if we are going there that Pink Crystal is actually just an evil spirit taking over Ladybug's body.
She's an evil enchantress. She put you in trances, and that's exactly what happened in her first introduction, in fact, to Shining Armor. Everything Pinky feared Zecora would be, Chrysalis was.
Yeah. He also explained that they likely would eventually receive damage as soon as he had the need for them. Thus, he will transfer their consciousness to some other object in order to empower it, or consume their souls for the same reason, or at the very least, use their souls as a bargaining currency, exchange for power with other worldly demons. As I said, a warlock. In any case, he's storing them now to use as ingredients for some dark magic ritual. Until then, they are waiting. I shuddered, and I realized there was another reason he kept them there on full display. He claimed the motion in the sealed within contained the cursed energy around them, and yet he allows his customers to softly hear the wails of agony. I think I know why. He's using them as a harsh example of what happens when others cross him, or more to the point, break their word with him. I mean, that can be one part, or it could be just normal doors inside, and just a speaker behind them, making the noises.
Could be, yeah. And if it is that, it may probably on purpose because the doll's designed to look creepy by the sound of it.
Yeah. If there are no victims, especially sealed, if they are foolish enough to sign a blood contract with him and break it. I mean, sometimes making the blood contract might not be on their side. Like, they might actually say that, yeah, I'm gonna give you, find you a living manticore, but they couldn't. Furthermore, I also realized that the display of the doors is to showcase his power, to reveal everything that he presents in front of the customers, not just facade. Once again, it can be a facade. He is the real deal, that he can get any wish his customers may have for him, for a price. No, he is not a genie. I have observed over the years that is a key aspect of his personality. As creepy and as evil as he appears to me, he is also above all else fair. He is not the kind of villain who goes around conquering or destroying the world. Though I do understand he could if he wanted to. But at the same token, he has no benign intentions for the world either. Instead of all that, he seems much more content supporting some poorly acid machines, no matter what they are. But if any point that to accept his services, they will need to pay the price. Whatever price he charges is utterly fair, at least in his estimation. He seems to neither try to exploit or be generous to his customers. Instead, he charges them exactly what the value of his services are worth. He even seems to go out of his way to ensure that he gives that impression. Okay, now I have to remember. If this is a TARDIS, the shop is a TARDIS, then him running out of the potion ingredient doesn't make sense. Remember, he stopped supplying Ladybug Kicker.
Yeah, yeah, he did, but then he provided an alternative too. Wait, at least a
Yeah,
suggestion.
that's why I think that it was not him running out of the thing. It was literally just, you like glass of water? Here, what about this pool of water? Pushing them in. As creepy as he and the show seemed to me, what girls I find about him, about most, is equal, how and fair he is on other ways too. Some of the dark magic stuff is quite obvious in the show. A lot of them, reference and out. But it is important to note that light magic stuff is also available. You have to add more in order to ensure the customer will get what they want. He even mentioned it to me once, but he come with him with really ambitious and selfish intentions. I, of course, am definitely one of them. In order to get their request, he needs access to a wide variety of dark arts. Sometimes, however, the wishes they request are innocent and pure. Please bring me back my mom. He was given an example of a mother who came to him requesting to buy something that would fill their four's heart with genuine joy. Her four's birthday was coming up. She was explained, and she wanted to give him something special. He told her he could do it, but in exchange, he had to willingly give a small piece of her soul. Ooh, that could be bad. Your father kissed her and told her to amaze him by thinking about how much he loved her son. Even worse. So, I'm gonna assume, before reading further, her son is gonna get what he wanted the best, and is gonna be full of joy. But, he lost all the affection for her son. She's literally concentrating on that part of her soul. He really did, and so, in reality too, and feel the crystal with the essence of her pure love for her son. A something like that, by its very nature, cannot be anything other than life magic. It is too pure, as Atlas. With that crystal, he created another doll and filled it with the magic she gave him. Unlike the others on his doll, this doll was innocent, cuddly, and pure. He gave it to her and assured that nothing about this doll would compel her, or to play with it. Because that is the essence of light magic. Instead of that, the fool would have to choose to play with it. If he does, he will find it intensifies his joy to an unusual degree, far more than any ordinary doll would. And this is because this object is made in his mother's love for him. And this can be problematic because you are talking about a foal is only no wait, the foal can be both male and female as well, or is it only male?
Well, it does keep referring to this one as male, but a foal is basically a word for child.
But this
Yeah,
one
it
is
can be.
male.
It can be either sex for that word.
I can already tell. His friends are gonna be like, oh, look at him, he's still playing with us, haha. I think I got the perfect picture for this. But don't make me that one. I don't know his name. Why is this so small? The picture is not working. There you go. This is gonna be your son soon. Furthermore, he explained that if he keeps with the soft, cute, and cuddly doll, not only will it protect for him from nightmares, but it will also promote transcending to wonderful dreams. Transcending and wonderful dreams. I remember his words to me about this because it helped to explain to motivation and intention in life. First and foremost, he wants to improve his craft. In fact, the price he asked for his service has that goal in mind. He will accept money. After all, he can use such things to buy anything he needs. And once, that includes things that further his craft in some way. Just enough that no, he will monitor for items, ingredients, and knowledge you'll notice into him. There are more and more things that will make it easier to craft something that will answer the vision of his future customers. And to keep in mind that he plans to craft on the depths of his customers one way or another. The most context tend to be used much more for the dark magic rituals. Those are the kind of customers more trying to go back on their word. Yes, true. In my case, I once told him that my ultimate ambition is, well, pretty much everything. I wanted it all. To do that, I wish to transcend my current limitations. I wish to become the ultimate shapeshifter. No more dabbling in the temporary portion that offers its form of portion, or the transformation spell that I found in Castle of the Two Sisters. So you are gonna be matched with your transformation powers. You are gonna fall in the cauldron. I want something more than all of that. I want to be a true shapeshifter. And when I do, I want those forms to be real, for as long as I assume its shape. I realized that if I could achieve that dream, then I would have immortality as a mere side effect of my wish. After all, if I assume the shape of a younger man, then what I will do is actually be that young, not merely appear to be. And if you took the shape of an icon, then you would be immortal to begin with, right? No longer would it be just a mask. No longer would I be pretending. It will be real. That also means, if we think about that, that is a better way to do immortality. Because in the real world, if someone finds out that you are immortal, then you would be taxed to hell. You would have to work
Yeah.
all eternity.
Yep. But with that kind of power, you can hide better.
But with this, you can die, per se, and make a new
Yeah.
form.
Exactly.
It also means that if I assume a form of what I call like Princess Celestia, then I would actually be ageless, without having to morph my form to erase my age. I can become an Earth pony, assuming I would ever want to, Pegasus, or another unicorn, griffon, alicorn, fish, male, female, maybe moose at the same time. Whatever I want, whenever I want. I will test on all of them. I will be the ultimate life form. Let me show the bullet who teased me when I was younger. No, it will not show the bullet who teased you. They will not be alive by then. One day I will show them that they made the mistake of setting a ping on one who will one day become the ultimate life form. You already showed them with your laughter. Otherwise they wouldn't have laughed.
Well, she's still thinking about the ways to hurt them because that was an ambitious plan she had back then. Still wants revenge. We know Chrysalis holds her grudges.
Yeah. You will never make me into a hide pony ever again. The one who may ever, even one day hold the entire world. By then, they might have died of old age long ago. But whatever. Also, I feel like from the three of them, T-Rex would have been the most redeemable. And Cold is the least redeemable.
Okay.
But we know they are not redeemed at all. I will show them. I will show them all. For now, however, I have to bide my time and blend in. I'll go ways and even serve and protect those pathetic and unworthy mortals who dare to think they are my equal, and you are mortal as well, miss, at the moment. But they are not. I am superior. One day that will be obvious. But then, I will pretend to be a nice girl. You are very much like Cozy Glow at the moment. I am used to wearing whatever mess that have me achieve my goals. By the time I reveal my true face, it will be too late. Stop me. Or something is definitely going amiss because they are gonna be hidden for a long time. Setting the attack.
This is just getting to know the character a little better. This
Yeah.
chapter. Showing a little glimpse about how she achieved that alternate form and why she wants it, what she plans to do with it.
I was not saying that she's going crazy after she achieved it, but no, she's already crazy. She's already gone.
Yeah.
The only thing that has ever truly humbled me lately was the Carrion. I can see the feeling that he's already immortal. As such, he had already far beyond mortal concerns. What he does is that might actually be a hobby for him. Something to do, to have passed his infinite time. Like playing a flute for the Time Lord. Not flute, a recorder, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how he accomplished it either. Is he undead? Is he a demon? Does he regularly take a potion that raises his age? Is he buying a magical item that suspends his age? Does he reincarnate from time to time? Any of those above seem within his grasp. In any case, he looks like a stallion, and I can't help thinking of him that way, despite not being really being a pony. That no longer has any mortal concern. Now that I think about it, your immortality is not gonna be true immortality either. Because you can forget to change yourself. If your form has a nearness, then this makes you unconscious.
And it wouldn't really protect her from sudden death. Like, what if she
Yeah?
just explodes? And then explodes again?
No, there is no Santa Sancho here. He's immune to fear because nothing from the mortal plane can threaten him anymore. Instead, the only two and last danger left in his life are potential boredom, and maybe the some of the alien beings that are not here at the moment, who are shouting, "Exterminate! Exterminate!" I think the final battle left in him. It just might be a little struggle. I don't know what it is. But he started having from the earth with his dark, shrewd, and calculating look. And if he is secondly a god staring at an insect, that definitely amuses him. I wonder if he was appearing as a zebra in just other layer of his own mask. I mean, we don't know if it's the mask he chose to wear. Or
We don't.
just not. Because we know the Time Lords can't choose their forms. In any case,
Often not.
with his help, I made progress towards my goal. But what bothers me about it, he also told me that I have a time limit. I mean, yeah, if you die, then you can be immortal. I have to gather all the ingredients on the list and use them before the next solar eclipse. I mean, it's easy, just kill Celestia and there is not gonna be a solar eclipse. And it is a full moon during that time too. I will then need to meet in the cocoon, in the correct location, and the solar eclipse will occur above. I will have to be there for a moon. During this time, if I have all the ingredients and use them in the right way, I will experience significant and true transformation for the first time. I've already secured this particular time that I will have to use for the cocoon. This particular time, this one,
No. I actually thought you were going to make an accurate guess, but no. It is not the ooze.
the smooth.
Smooth, yeah. The oozy smooth.
If I go under that, it will basically induce a deep hibernation, where my body undergoes a massive transformational process. I have also taken many examples from my hidden card, the card tomb, the encounter of the two sisters. I have my spider spies, my my spy nerd. Sorry for that. For which I made sure they are rewarded. With that energy, it can inflict the great deal of transformation. I have also secured a butterfly's wing and the hide of a chameleon. Ironically enough, despite how common it can be, one of the key ingredients I have yet together is the chrysalis of a caterpillar. Fortunately, I don't need it during the little boy's transformation. I can leave it alone. After it is done, though, I have to gather the cast of remains of the shell. Soon. I shall have everything I ever wanted and need. And she gets up from the pub and starts singing.
She has rarely done that. At first, you know what? The only song that comes to my mind, she sang along with Cozy and Be Prepared.
I mean, I can see the face of her being like that. It's exciting to know that I made so much progress with throughout this lofty goal, and that I'm working with a true professional who is guiding me along the way. While it may be concerning to work with an individual who seems to be so confident in my new potential transformation, doesn't seem anywhere near concern for him. It does also give me some confidence that I'm working with a rare individual who can see his lofty goal of mine all the way to his fruition. I mean, if he achieves an immortal customer, that's good for him.
Yeah. And give him continuous business then.
And if you try to cross him, then he will literally just get an immortal soul.
Yep. Oh, at least as described right now, that's something she definitely doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
She's actually afraid of that guy.
It never seems like it's in other ways. Everything he told me together symbolically represents change in some way, shape, and form. The timing of the ritual makes sense. The energy of change can be very intense during those rare and important time periods. Good thing you don't have to get a nuclear reactor. That is the energy of a change to begin with. No, you will be the nuclear reactor at that moment.
Turn to Ghoul instead.
Ghouls and goblins are coming for you to get you. Instead, once he once told me what his final items he needs to craft after getting all of these ingredients. It's to create something he called the philosopher's stone. With it, the ultimate degree of transformation can be accomplished. After all of this is done, he warned me that I will become.
He warned me that what I will become.
What I will become will acquire its own form of Christ, above and beyond what he is demanding. Not my inherent nature is almost to contribute something. Then always the price for such power. Yes. I will have to keep paying that price unless I feed on others in some other shape, in some shape or form, and thereby inflict that price upon others. Therefore, the need for hunger. The You are not the one immortal. Your hunger is immortal as well.
Right.
And when we think of that,
Yep.
it is really
That
dark,
did,
right?
that show actually did cross my mind when I wrote this, especially when I got around to the part of the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah? I am very comfortable with that. In fact, I'm a little worried. Consider it an advantage that dark magic grants the protection upon the force of not paying for the price for its power. Hey, I'm not the one who has to pay.
Right?
When that happens, the user can enjoy all the benefits with none of the drawbacks. Sometimes those drawbacks can even be an advantage in its own right. I mean, yeah, the others have to pay for it, but you have to collect the payment. Right?
Well, you choose who gets to pay too.
Yeah. For example, I can feed on that as overheated enemy, make them suffer. In doing so, they become weaker and less of a threat to me. I mean, if I was her at this moment, after taking the ultimate form, I would take the bully and imprison them, not kill them, and slowly separate their energy.
Yeah,
Just
that's
enough to
kind of
not.
what she's thinking. Yeah, so it's basically what she's thinking.
You are not my mere food, you are just a snack.
Now, you could shift the music exactly in the next paragraph to something that you might find in a mysterious dive bar. I don't know. And this is actually not bad song right here, but just I'm just mentioning that just in case you have something better for the theme I just
Mhm.
described.
Not good.
See?
That's in this song for some reason. Yeah, they are having a party, right?
Did you say you could play some of the Persona musics? Guess I wouldn't know what to suggest in there if you did, other than maybe the Velvet Room. But that sounds too classy. I guess
You just have this.
that sounds fine. Something calm, but also has a little bit dark and mysterious too. So let's go for it.
It's only a number, I see. My boss, the agent Silent Knight, said the dark blue middle aged Earth body stallion with the black mane, that's there. And a short man moves to sit down beside me. In terms of appearance, what probably said knows the most about him is probably his blue outfit. The black eye patch over his left eye is an arcade symbol of an arcade eye, with a triangle on it. Oh! I know who you are talking about. You said, black tail, dark blue, pony with, eye patch. Right?
Yep.
There you go.
Hmm.
We have all the vegan on right now. And that's the okay symbol is not, but it's not visible. During my team, I often marvel at how ultra serious he is during work mode, but he is so different from old Corp. I once again observed him while in disguise. No, he knew you were there. And you don't know which one is the facade. It is the work mode, or it is the fun mode. It is not to realize that whenever he is not only on this job, he's a family stallion above all else. I mean, I can bring up this guy right here, who has the same thing. Who literally does the same. When he is not on the job, he is just a happy family guy.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a good show.
I mean, it is running. I mean, he just ended. Warm, kind, and approachable. Regular father of the year. During these times, he goes by his real name. Of course. I mean, you don't know if it is a real name or not. Although some also actually call him Stuffing Cross. It turns out, he really can make a great pizza, and that is a second job. His more public job. We really are going to late for sure. By now, I know him enough to realize that he tries very hard to keep his secret agent job separate from his family life. Both the name because of his co-son and the element of smile by follow and then his family. I have no doubt that he would likely erase the erasure of any memory of his true life if he found out that I knew. Knowing what is involved with this profession too, I can't say I blame him. This is only the kind of job that keeps one second appearing over our shoulders. Do they know that she can transform?
Yeah, they do.
Then he knows
That
that
is,
he was being followed.
that doesn't mean he knows which specific form she's taking, if she happened to upon it. But what he does know is that she can transform.
Then once again, you can assume that he knows.
He just might. He's well, yeah. He's pretty senior authority in the Agent of Smile.
And he is definitely keeping an eye on her then.
Probably.
Because what she is planning is literally going against the agency. It's a very chaotic message as well. And you are as punctual as ever, I see. And I got him in my true form. Looking over, I consider that approaching this agency is a matter of disguise, but I would have to keep on doing whenever I'm around them. And it costs energy. I can also see the agency design together intel to probably find out what I really looks like anyway. I mean, they wouldn't know what your true form is. Yeah. So I actually decided that it's probably more trouble than it's worth to hide my true form around them. But I am determined that they will remain the only exception to this beyond, also the princess, and my own family. Ugh! My own family, how dare they know what I look like? That sounds like the first thing she's gonna do is kill her own family. So, not the tide. The telling present is, as I have come to expect from this no-nonsense pony, and this doing work mode, request, do you have the picture? Of course I do. Look at this photo. I say, and I think that passive to him, on the table we are sitting at, the isolated corner of this dime bar. I don't risk using my magic to do this either, because I don't want to grow my magic to make it stand out. Isn't I pass it to him by hope? He accepts it in the same way that takes a me in the envelope. Accidentally, she gives him not the right picture. Something
When
like
you
this.
resume, remember when you resume, remember you were done with that paragraph.
Yeah. Something like this of her own. I mean, it is a mobile picture. It can be taken from your imagination, right? Not just what you see, or it can be what you think of seeing. Excellent! He said especially. This will do. So there's a picture away, back into the envelope, then puts it away. Astra. Are there any problems to report with the mission? Maybe one, I never admit. I think they was a glimpse of me, while I used my magic to create this picture. He went his right eye at me, as he asked in astonishment. They saw you? In your true form, no less? Also understand me that she cannot use magic in if she's not in her true form.
Well, she could take the form of other unicorns, but she's got to have a horn to use her magic.
Yeah.
It was established in the last chapter. The only spell she could cast in a form that lacks a horn is to release the magic she's holding.
I mean, it is not a spell, it is literally just releasing the spell that is already running.
Yeah. Just let it terminate. Stop feeding it.
I am not sure, I tell him. I left my head around the door here quick. They might have not gotten a good look at me. What I do though is they chased me off the lighthouse. By the time they caught up to me, I ended up assuming Cloud's form. That's after you ate them a point of spotting you in your true form, right? No. My boss asked me tightly and seriously. I didn't want to risk it.
That question right there establishes something. She does know that spell.
Yeah? He does have the...
And you could argue that she at least partially used it against Shining Armor.
Yeah. And from they were chasing me by then, and they can't be sure if they wasn't anything useful anyway. I had a picture by then, and that was my mission, beyond giving them literally more device. I figured it was a mission incomplete. As soon as I flew away from them. No, you messed up. You done goofed. I must go count at me, they complained. Holy fellows, Ladybug, you should have taken the time to aid their memory. Now they know an agent was after them, and you in particular no less. They were already aware we had a shape-shifting agent in our agency, but now it is confirmed. We can expect them to step up their security as a result. They shouldn't matter soon, I encouraged you. Soon we will know where their secret camp came in. At this point, it won't matter what form of security they take. They can invent all the passwords they want. We will sum them out anyway. And as soon as we learn the location of the hidden base. You know what's gonna be funny? If the bug is telling them that, they're coming here right now.
You're right, that'd be funny. Because I just laughed.
I mean, this pub is literally a shady part of the town. It is very inconspicuous. That's why they chose it, right? What if they chose the same place?
For the same reason.
Yeah. This is still an utter risk, I must complain. Don't agree that I am working under me is a unicorn who knows the memory and a spell. Holy fellows, Ladybug, you need to be smarter than this. Well, I say as I float up my cup of liquor to my lips and say before I drink. Think of it this way. Any paranoia to our enemies may sound to our advantage. How would you feel if you knew you had an enemy shapeshifter going after you? Then I sip my drink. Funny you should ask. I have heard somebody that I don't know was lurking behind me when I was with my family. I must mention back. But I have indeed heard rumors of new shapeshifters out there, and some of them are working with our enemies. My eyes exploded the shock, and ended up spraying out my drink. This really won't be of true reactions from the other opponents in the night bar. But then, they turned away and went back to their business. Meanwhile, I snapped my gaze at my boss in utter shock and I exclaimed, "Tell me you were joking." Do I seem like the joking type to you? My boss asked me, with a serious and stern stare. No, sir, but this claim is just... How? I am the only one who knows this spell. I must be the one. I remain in the memory I said. I'm into the spell. It can be learned. This is not true shapeshifting, remember?
We do know for sure that she didn't destroy that spell, because it was still there when Twilight learned it. And promptly forgot it? Or was it another reality? Because she never cast it again.
It was another reality, remember the time warping.
Yeah, the time warping shenanigans, exactly. And remember, another reality, she was afraid of Laddybugs for some reason.
Yep. It might not be as bad for these creatures, but it must inform me. The information I got from them is thin right now. But those reports claim that whatever they are casting a spell for this off. Instead of that, they have a natural ability to shift. We know that because they are able to shift forms, but it's very hard to do it. Instead of that, the entire body seems to get consumed in a brief greenish flame. So you are not the first one.
Yeah, but look at Crackle's reaction.
I sink back into my seat in another shock. Really? Is he serious? Some other kid meet me to this? Who? How? Why? What if I know this can't be happening? I was supposed to be the one. I was supposed to be first. Who meet me to it? Who dares? I killed them all. I killed them all. I take the corpses of every last drop of their blood. I keep on kicking them while shaving in the age. I mean, that's how you became the queen. Brilliant as me, this suddenly required us to step up our own security measures. I was continued. It slowly thawed out of my mind. I turned my attention to him. Here, resting me new envelope on the table. Curious, I examined this new envelope and take a peek at it. I noticed it accepted, but some of it is more about my paper. One of them is in black, though. It shows some Mr. Stallion wearing a grey cloak. Very little is visible about this stallion, other than brown leg with white on its hooves. It's a bubble and pipe hanging from the shadow of his face. I mean, there can be two ponies. One of them is the doctor.
It really could be him. Yeah, the Doctor's wore lots of disguises before. The Master, however, is far better at it.
Oh, it could be
He's
him.
used. Hmm.
You know, the shadow pony. He's little, very little is visible about his stallion, and yeah, I understand.
I think you read the riddle there.
Yeah. I fetched curious expression to my mouth in the hopes of elaboration. The stallion was seen talking to some of our enemy Indians. My boss explained to me. He might not be working with them directly though. Maybe there is an exchange of information, or perhaps even goods. What we do know is he frequents this bar too. It turns out, and he tends to do it at a particular time. The details are written in there. It's funny how I said that. What if they came to the same place? They kind of are. He assures me, and he gives me this specific name of who toward the envelope he passed to me. I have also given you a new code to give other agents when you encounter them later. It's a potential elimination that has been spotted. We have moved up the left cone, that's level yellow. From now on, we have to introduce ourselves with some of these codes first. Examine it carefully in the book, because the code changes each day depending on the date. The algorithm to determine what the change is noted on the correspondence as well. After you study the message and master it, you have to destroy it to run the risk of it landing on the hooves of our enemies. Yes, sir! I tell him obediently. They lovely pulled the envelope away. I still believe it has come to this. Enemy shapeshifters? Nothing more than that? How can this be? How? I mean, we have time travel, so you might still be the first one.
Yeah. But she doesn't know that, so she's annoyed in a shocked way.
Yeah. I mean, they do have horns, don't they?
The talk about the changelings, yes, they do.
Yeah.
Though I have rarely seen them use it. Really rare. I remember one time there was one of them that used the horn, but that changeling was disguised as another form. It happened to be Princess Twilight Sparkle in that case. And when that changeling did use her magic in her form, it also had the same aura color.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume that they do need that horn to shapeshift. No matter what it looks like. So it would be like
Well,
the same thing for.
I remember them taking the form of a rock, and the rock didn't have a horn.
Yeah. So they couldn't sketch
I remember them
past
taking the
anymore.
form of Pegasi or Earth ponies too, and that lacks a horn, and they were still able to transform. One
But yeah.
big stipulation, though, I think is they can't if they can't use telekinesis or something like that if they lack a horn.
So. But yeah, there is a lot of time my stuff happening here.
Yeah, this chapter is actually slathered in it if you were paying attention, because there is Zakarian's shop, is one thing, and now there is this rogue changeling that her agency informed her about for the first time.
Yeah, so the career shop is obviously a TARDIS.
Yeah, you caught on to that.
I mean, you achieving two transformation is step one. Step two is going back in time to become the first changeling. Now, about the price of that. No, right?
Yeah. Uh, she's not aware of the details what the price will be, but so far she's comfortable with it because she's at least has the option to make others pay for the price. And sometimes it might even be an advantage. Like if you drain something from an enemy, then the enemy gets weaker.
No, I meant the price for going back in time to become the first.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to be the first, you have to go back in time. No. I mean, unless these ones are the ones who came back in time. I mean, yeah, there is the problem of one rogue changeling going back in the ancient times. Whatever.
Well, in the case of Mirage, augmented by the Symbite, she has extra abilities because of it, but an extra price too. She was already in a form that required a special diet, but the Symbite just added to that.
Yeah. So all we
In
know,
addition to,
these changelings
in
might
addition,
have been her offspring.
it could be. And
It
if
would
it
make
is,
sense.
that changeling would probably be aware of that. Um, like Mirage probably knows who her mother is.
Yeah. Well, she was an elite agent of her to begin with.
Her being
So,
back at this time period, she was stranded in the past. Remember that. So she's not necessarily trying to interfere with time on purpose, but maybe she is. And that's something you gotta wonder about that.
what would happen if they interrupted her one moon cycle of changing?
I don't think that Mirage would consider that an advantage to erase her own existence.
I mean, would it? Erase her own
Now
existence?
if Chrysalis is her mother, you can't interfere with her transformation. Otherwise, Mirage might not exist.
Yeah?
So that's something about her, that one changeling, that would stay her hoof somewhat. She's not going to try to do something that will deliberately assassinate her own existence.
I mean, this is the only thing that I'm gonna change in most of the time, like in Back to the Future. You wouldn't disappear if you went back in time and did something to your parents. Because you came from another timeline altogether. Your mother and father in that timeline is still there. So you are still born. This is a separate timeline to begin with because the change shouldn't be here to begin with. Not
The
yet at the
concept of
moment.
the Back to the Future never quite touched. Actually, it did, maybe in the second movie, but let me finish my point. Instead of being erased from existence, you might merely change.
I mean, what I'm saying is that what you change in any timeline wouldn't affect you, but everyone that is tied to this timeline. I mean,
Possible.
yes, you wouldn't disappear, but you wouldn't be the son of transparent Thor in this timeline. If you get the gist of what I'm saying. So in this case, if Mirage stopped Chrysalis from changing, he wouldn't disappear either. But we may see what it goes, because that is quite obviously not coming from Chrysalis. Or maybe, for all we know, this might not be Chrysalis at all. This is just Cracker, and Chrysalis will take her form. Who knows?
Yeah, that's possible. But I think from a narrative perspective, the other direction is more likely to draw a little bit on the show canon's history. What
Yeah,
else I was
so
gonna say? I forgot.
I'm gonna assume that these changelings, the other changelings, are either time travelers, or they are the descendants of Mirage.
Yeah, that could be true too.
Which
If
means
she
they are
is able
working
to
for
get.
them. And we know that Mirage is actually not really fond of Chrysalis at this moment. I mean, the
Yeah, probably
easiest
not.
way to infiltrate an organization if you are one of them. Right?
I don't think it's been established if Mirage hates Chrysalis or her mother, but she did abandon the hive to follow the master until he abandoned her too, and attempted to kill her too.
Yeah.
It would have worked if it weren't for that Symbiote.
I mean, at this point in time, Mirage is much stronger than Chrysalis. Will ever be.
Well, definitely. You were just look at it from Chrysalis' perspective too. Right now, she's just a unicorn that happens to know a transformation spell and got really good at it.
Oh my god, I found this out. He doesn't want to interrupt the changing. He wants to get her into a cruel state. A slave.
There's a possibility. Might not want to assassinate her own existence, but she may try to alter it.
Yeah.
If it's in her favor. Yeah. So you see that the story here is illustrating more about this character, but gradually it's nudging more and more in the Doctor Who direction.
Yeah. And we will see what it happens. There's gonna be some problems. Later on. I mean, there are already problems because, oh no, you have missurpassed someone, or they changed to taking the form of a true changing.
Oh yeah, that pissed Crackle off. And also deeply surprised her. Because she's doing all this work to get the transformation, only just for someone else to have said, I've already done it. So
I mean,
beat you to it, so yeah.
now, the question is this true or someone is giving false info, or maybe your boss is holding you up, tying you up.
Man, yeah.
It might be
Possibility.
imagination as well.
Yeah. Lots of possibilities. So you see, there's definitely some mystery elements to this arc here. One that needs an investigation.
Yeah. I must be the one. I will be the one. So yeah, that. Yes?
You're about to leave a comment there?
I don't know. But I'm about to leave.
So
So,
about 24 hours for the Hunters of Justice?
yes. I mean,
Okay.
32 and a half.
Yeah, to be more accurate.
But yeah, thank you for watching. And see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.